Okay, so number 4, we have done the properties of conjugates last time. So using these properties, show that absolute z1 z2 squared is quantity absolute z1 times absolute z2 whole quantity squared. Okay, so let's start with the left hand side. So z1 z2 squared. So z1 is in C, is a complex number. Z2 is in C, and multiplication of two complex numbers is also a complex number, so it is in C. And we know from E last time that for any complex number, C times Z conjugate is absolute Z squared. So we can think of Z1, Z2 as Z and apply E. So C1, C2 squared is C1, C2 times C1, C2 bar by E. And this is equal to C1, Z2 times Z1 bar, Z2 bar. That was by B. And all these are multiplications, and we can switch the order of multiplication by commutative law in the multiplication. So Z1, we can switch order of these two things. So I have Z1, Z1 bar, Z2, Z2 bar, which if I associate to each, then by E I get C1 squared times C2 squared, and both of these are reals, so I can put them as one parenthesis Z1 C2 whole quantity squared, which is the right hand side. So proof is done. And number 5, show that this is that and that is that. Okay, so we're gonna use this often in proving some inequalities. So let's remember this. 이것도 하고 이제 하고 나면 이것도 기억을 하고요. So if I prove 1, then 2 is obtained by putting C2는 minus C2. 이 C2 자리에 minus C2를 넣으면 되겠습니다. So let's prove 1. So Z1 plus C2 squared is again by E. Z1 plus C2 times Z1 plus Z2 bar. And it is Z1 plus Z2 times Z1 bar plus Z2 bar by A. 그러면 this expression is multiply Z1 by Z1 bar 이렇게 하라는 그런 표시잖아요. And the order does not matter because of commutativity of multiplication. So it is Z1 bar plus Z2 Z1 bar plus Z2 C2 bar plus C1 C2 bar. So this chunk and that chunk, that is clear. So this is absolute Z1 squared by E plus absolute Z2 squared, and I have C1 C2 bar plus C1 C2 bar bar. So this is this, and that equals to this, because this is bar C1 plus C2 bar, so it is C1 bar C2 bar bar. That is by B. And the conjugate of its conjugate is 이렇게 있는데 Z가 여기에 있으면 이게 Z conjugate이고 그것에 또 conjugate을 하면 또 위로 올라오기 때문에 그렇죠. 그러므로 이것은 C2 이렇게 돼요. 이거하고 같아지는 거죠. C1 bar 같아지는 것이 아니고 요것은 요 옐로우의 conjugate이 되는 것이죠. 요것은 요거는 이거의 conjugate 이렇게 되는 것입니다. 맞죠? So this is 다시 쓰면 C1 squared plus C2 squared plus C1 C2 bar yellow 그리고 C1 C2 bar의 conjugate. 요것이 yellow, 요것이 red. And from C, what was C? C plus Z bar is equal to twice real part of Z. So using this, 이것을 Z라고 두면 이것이 Z bar 이렇게 될 것이므로 we have absolute C1 squared plus absolute C2 squared plus twice of real part of C, C1, C2 bar. So that is the right hand side, and proof is done. Let's do 2. For 2, we can plug in minus Z2 into Z2 there. So this will be the same, that will be the same, and minus C2 bar is, if we think of this again, if Z is here, then that's Z bar, and this is minus Z, right? If this is x comma y, then that is minus x comma minus y, pi rotation. Then this is minus Z bar. So minus Z bar is pi rotation of Z bar. So this is minus, so minus Z bar is minus of Z bar. Right? So conjugate of minus Z2 will be equal to minus of Z2 conjugate. So from there we get negative sign out. So for 2 is the following. Therefore 2, answer for 2 is C1 minus C2 squared is absolute z1 squared plus absolute z2 squared minus 2 real part of z1, z2 bar. Okay, so memorize this so that we can use this. So memorize 1 and 2, this and that, so that we can use this later.